Zeke, Caligiuri, and for a little bit of context, what I'm doing up here with these three wonderful people who I am just meeting in the last couple of days is I was a part of a long-term writing collective and community, writing/artistic community in the state of Minnesota. I am currently a writer-organizer from South Minneapolis. I am spending time here sort of to build a cross-collaborate with folks who are doing similar work to the things that we created while we were incarcerated. I was a group of long-term incarcerated folks who spent anywhere from 8 to 30 plus years incarcerated. Some of these folks are still incarcerated. And we got together because we realized that there were not other people that were going to invest in us in the same ways that we could invest in ourselves. Very early on, we realized that we had all kinds of opportunities, programs came, but they would get cut out because for whatever reason, something that can propel, such an incredible cross-sectionality within an institution or within a system that divides us all very cellularly, creates a threat to those in power and in a sense to those trying to continue control. And so it's super important to me that these communities exist, which you're speaking about, Carolina, around coming together as a community and building community. I feel like that is something me, the people that I come from, all did, with an intentionality in a lot of ways just to keep ourselves alive, right? We often, I brought up in the past too around what it felt like to be young and to live in these places so early on in your incarceration without these chances to get out, and it felt very much like you were living in your own coffin. So the piece I'm going to read is a response to something that happened in 2018, I believe it was, too. In our state, we have a smaller imprint than in a lot of prison systems, and we have plenty of violence. We just don't have a lot of the same kind of seriousness. And so when a guard was murdered in 2018 by one singular person, they locked down the whole system. And you had a system full of people that had been moving towards their own freedom, moving towards their own sort of liberations in a way, and oftentimes art was part of this. And so the piece I'm going to read in regards to that, it's called Summer in a Coffin. I thought I'd be able to memorize it, but I realized that I don't know if I've got that. I don't know if I've got that in me too. So, Summer in a Coffin. We who are locked down again, I am watching a man's funeral on television. We have been reminded of his death for weeks. The only time a man in a uniform has been murdered in the 104 years that those buildings have cast their shadows over us. On Channel 9, organs drone, flowers shushed by dim light. By we, I mean the entire door shut behind us, hard-boiled eggs served in a cell, penal population of the great state of Minnesota. I worked all night folding Mylar balloons in their factory, stayed awake just to watch. Me, I haven't slept in days. We were born dead, or weren't you asking? My cellie said, fuck that. Watched a movie on Lifetime instead about those girls held hostage in a basement in Cleveland for over a decade. What kind of person would do that? On screen, every layer of power that has ever laid its hands on us there, in rows and spirit and words. I am feeling for similar heart-shaped wounds, but braced for the malice lurking in the pipes of revenge that will shower over us as someone sopping in this water for so many years. I just wonder what kind of weapon it will become. I was in that prison for 13 years. I don't know if he was a good man. I can't remember. Sitting alone in shackles, I spoke to my mother's ashes. Hers was a different kind of death, the kind that starves slowly. My entire family, or weren't you asking? They come as pros now to visit me here, packed at the yellow where the ammonia has scorched the grass, flip a channel, and you're an orphan, watching another man's funeral on TV. This is what it is, the captivity business, prisoner in prisoners, sucking every last ounce measured in seconds until we are bones or air or walking with a piss bag attached to us. Summer in a coffin with a window. I watch for the crows. I mostly remember the cages and the men inside of them. This, a pageant with too many petunias upon it. Officers, chaplains, wardens all pay respects. The highway is lined with people, veterans and families with bouquets of carnations and marigold memories, Blue Lives Matter signs held high for a hero's procession, the kind of folks I've never seen at the bread lines in my neighborhood. I feel oppressing. The only time in over 100 years, and we will all sit still in this rain. As for me, I was born dying, and there is a time when you reach inside of yourself. Feel for the textures, sandy, rubbing and raw. I felt for the silky cushion of empathy, compassion. Right next to sorrow was the hand-gown shaped hardness of fear. What kind of person